or to at least get you thinking about kind of what has hung me up in the past. Because I think we can all say that we've all done some sort of weight loss regimen, and we've all lost weight at some point, and then we finished it, and slowly that weight has come back on again. And I've seen it happen over and over again, and it wasn't until I had a conversation with one of my coaches about why this happens, you know, because it was baffling to me, especially when I was a very young personal trainer. I'm like, okay, why doesn't this weight just stay off? You know, they've worked so hard. And my coach told me, he goes, you know, there's two types of people. There's one person that's going to finish a program, and they have made that mental switch to, I am healthy, I am fit, I am strong, I feel really good about myself, and that food has really worked for me. Now those people will keep the weight off. They'll act like they're fit and healthy and strong. And then, hello, how are you?
I'm late.
So you're Jenna, you can sit down. And then the other people, even though they have lost weight, they've never made that shift to, you know what, I've just accomplished something. They've never given themselves that pat on the back. They've always butted themselves. I've lost weight, but, or, you know, I've done this, and fill in the rest of it. And those people, slowly, the weight comes back on. So the thing tonight is, how do we stop that? You know, how do we change our beliefs right now so that when we enter into anything that we do from here on out, it is with success? You know, and the above the line is a tool that is going to help get us through a lot of those things. All right, I have a couple of things that I always repeat. I love my little my sayings that I have about food, and one of them is that you can't out-train a bad diet. And that's why we're doing diet before we're doing exercise. Because it doesn't matter how much exercise you do, if you are eating bad food, it gets back to my next saying, which is food is medicine, food is your fuel, and the last one, very difficult for women to say, food is your friend. And I think a lot of us think of food as a kind of as an enemy, as something that we have a battle with. All right, so when you put those hand in hand with, you know, you can't out-train a bad diet. If you're eating the wrong food, it doesn't matter how much exercise you're doing. I've seen people that are really, really fit, and they are filling their bodies with really bad food, and that is not healthy. So that's why we're talking about food first. All right, so those are my two things. Let me get on to it. Now, we've got your handouts for tonight, our little diagrams that Beth Moser drew for us. Pull them all out for me, please. And what we're talking about tonight is your belief system. Right now, I want you to think about it, how your belief system is affected by how you think about food. And I'm going to go through this diagram and relate it to food. Now, this diagram can be related to a lot of different things. We're just kind of isolating it. We might use it for exercise. But remember what I said last week, that our belief system is individual for everyone. We all have a different belief system. We all have different values. And that's what makes our perception of the world and what's going on very different from everybody else's. Okay, so our belief systems, they're very dominant for us. And we're very passionate about them. We get very excited about them because they belong to us. And they are quite difficult to break if you don't have the tool to break it. So that's why we're doing this whole above the line thing. All right, so number one on your little circle should say values. Does it say values? The first square, or the first circle? What's the one?
Individual needs.
Individual needs. Okay, those are your values. All right, those are the things that you hold very near and dear to yourself. They are your perception of the world and what's important.